and outer space begins. We just know that those extremely sparse gases gradually fade out into a vacuum. But a team of astronomers has recently dropped a total bombshell. When the cloud of gases in the exosphere reflects the sun's UV light, it creates a luminosity, a glow that we can see called the geocorona. These new observations of the geocorona indicate that the exosphere may extend up to 630,000 kilometers away from Earth, a distance that includes the moon. So technically, the moon is in the Earth's atmosphere. This realization is thanks to an instrument called the Solar Wind Anisotropies Instrument, or SWAN. SWAN was able to measure and analyze the full extent of the geocorona, making us think about our atmosphere in a whole new way. See, sunlight interacts with the hydrogen atoms of the exosphere at a wavelength called Lyman alpha radiation, which is something astrophysicists can measure when looking at cosmological structures in deep space. Observing Lyman alpha radiation can tell us about the distribution of matter in space and help us think about how the universe expanded. It's also a wavelength that's absorbed by the inner layers of our atmosphere, so we can't observe it from Earth. But from SWAN's position in space, it was able to see and measure both general Lyman alpha radiation and the geocorona, which extended far beyond what we were expecting. So while this discovery is remarkable in many ways, not the least of which is that technically no one has ever left Earth's atmosphere, it won't change space travel for us in most practical ways. It's far more important for informing the future of our observations of space. The new results also show that sunlight compresses the hydrogen atoms of the exosphere, producing pockets of denser geocorona with corresponding Lyman alpha radiation, depending on the sun's position. So space telescopes that make measurements from within the confines of the exosphere will need to take a new Lyman alpha baseline level and the bunching of the geocorona into account when observing the night sky, hopefully letting us peer further and with greater accuracy. One last amazing thing about this piece of information is that this isn't even new research. These observations were made by SWAN in the late 90s and were only just dug out of the archives for further analysis. What other startling discoveries could be lurking in a cupboard somewhere? Make sure to subscribe for all of your space updates.